Yo, what's up, it's Battle Beats here with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down how I mix St. Jimmy's latest single, Bandsinmysocks. It is doing absolute bits on Spotify. It's got over 16k streams. It's just doing really well. It had 10k streams in a week. And for those of you who don't know St. Jimmy, he was the winner of the Battle Beats Cypher Volume 1 and he absolutely killed it.
Yeah, Battle Beats Cypher 1, St. Jimmy, let's run it. Middle fingers up, screaming death to my enemies. Bitches keep on telling me I drink too much of the purple shit. Man, I gotta take a hit. Get a little high, cruising round town in a Uber. Looking up on Insta like, shall I hit this cougar? Yeah.
He just stood out so well because everyone went for this sort of modern, fast, I'm going to show off how fast I can rap style of rapping, but he just killed it in his own way and he well and truly deserved the win. And since then we've been linking up, we've been working together, and I mixed his latest single and it sounds awesome. So what we're going to do is I've brought him onto the show and he's going to be spending a minute just explaining the song and just explaining a little bit of his process and stuff, and it is just super cool. So I'm going to go and break down the mix, and then after that we'll have St. Jimmy breaking his song down, and then we will play a little bit of his song at the end. Just to let you know as well, I've got a bunch of YouTube ideas that I'm going to be dropping. Going to be working with a lot of artists and rappers. I'm really wanting to feature artists on my channel, so I'm going to have what's called the Artist Spotlight. So in this episode it's St. Jimmy and we're going to get them on. They're either going to be rapping, freestyling, doing different stuff. So I hope you can subscribe and hit the notification bell and like the video so you can see more of these awesome videos that I've got coming. And don't forget, I've got another cypher coming out very soon, in a few weeks, maybe just over a month, so keep your eyes on that. And if you are a rapper watching this, hit me up, and if you've got bars, I'm gonna get you on it. So yeah, let's go and break down the mix. Okay, so let me just give you a quick short clip of the song itself.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up. Bitch, I'm on my way, yeah, I'm rising to the top. Always dropping heat, no, I will never stop.
So it sounds super good, and as you can see on the screen, he just sent me one vocal stem and the beat. So it wasn't much to work with, but what I did is, because it was only one stem, I mixed it in a way that made it sound much fuller, and it sounds great. So first of all, we just hit it straight up with a de-esser, and it's de-essing quite a fair bit just to get rid of those really nasty sibilant sounds. And at first I actually had it on a low setting, but St. Jimmy was like, nah, can we just turn it up a little bit? And it just made the world of difference. And then next up we had this Infinity EQ by Slate Digital, and you can see there's a lot of things taken away here in really thin bands, but this was basically taking away all the nasty frequencies and it just made it sound better. And when I went to go and add, you know, colour and to EQ and compress it all, there wasn't any of those nasty frequencies there that just ruined it. And then next up, this is the meat of the mix really. We've got the virtual mix track by Slate Digital, and we're hitting it straight up with a compressor, as you can see here. Let me just put it on and get rid of this because we're not using this preamp, but you'll notice it's not compressing too much.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox.
It's in a maximum of -5. It's just literally just taking away, you know, and squashing the sound just that little bit that we need. So this is without.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up.
Then this is with.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up.
It's just much clearer and just sounds much nicer. Secondly, we're adding the FGN, which is a Neve style EQ, which is adding the absolute goodness, flavour, colour to the sound.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up.
And then with.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. in a shoebox, looking for a come up. Bitch, I'm on my way.
So as you notice, it's just making the sound better, fuller, it's bringing it forward, and that's the good thing about Neve style EQs. They add this colour, which is basically adding to the sound to make it sound better. Okay, next up we've got the FG two-way compressor, which is modelled after the LA two-way compressor, and this is when it's compressing it hard to really push it forwards. This is before.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up. Bitch, I'm on my way, yeah, I'm rising to the top.
So it is adding a bit of volume as well, but I wanted to do that, and it's just compressing it even harder, and it just sounds good. I turned the mix down a little bit as well, and because it was just one vocal, I really wanted the vocals to be in your face, and St. Jimmy also said I want it to be in your face, so I added another compressor, just compressing it, just, you know, -5, maybe the tip of -3 and -5, sorry, and it brings it forward even more.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up. Bitch, I'm on my way, yeah, I'm rising to the top. Always dropping heat, no, I will never stop. Bands in my socks.
That sounds good. And then last but not least, we've got the SSL style EQ, which again is just adding that colour. And I'm also taking, you know, a few things away at the 3K region and stuff like that. And it just makes it sound really good.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up. Bitch, I'm on my way, yeah, I'm rising to the top. Always dropping heat, no, I will never stop. Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking.
So it just sounds absolutely wild. And then next up, I've got, you know, all these buses here. As you can see, bus 1, 2 and 3. And bus 1, let's just have a look at what that is. So this is a reverb. This is a dark reverb. And I've taken away the low band all the way to 500 and the high band all the way to 10k-ish, and it's just doing the low pass and high pass filter. So the reverb is just coming out of there. And we've got a nice dark reverb on there, which is the Slate Digital Verb Suites, and it's a nice sort of 1.5 second dark reverb, and it just sounds amazing. I've also got a compressor on the reverb, so I can sidechain the reverb to the main vocal, so when the main vocals kick in, the reverb ducks out and then it sort of shines later, so it's not muddy in the mix as well. So you'll just see that here.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up.
So you can see that it's going to about -5, and then when the reverb hits after that, it just sounds amazing. And then secondly, I wanted to add another reverb, and I've added a plate reverb by Sound Toys, the little plate, and that is, you know, it's got a pretty hefty low cut as well, and it's only a small reverb, but it just sounds really good. This is that with it just on its own.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up. Bitch, I'm on my way, yeah, I'm rising to the top. Always dropping.
Both together just sound really good. Don't be afraid to start your verbs if you are doing that. And then last but not least, I added, this is a little trick that I like to do, especially when you've only got one vocal stem to fill out the sound. This delay here that you get in the Slate Digital bundle is repeater, and it's a vintage model delay, and there's a preset on it that I just think is insane, and it's called Vocal Widener. And what I'll do is I'll play the vocals, and I'll play it without, and then I'll play it with, so you can hear what it does.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up. Bitch, I'm on my way, yeah, I'm rising to the top. Always dropping heat, no, I won't.
So what it does is it just brings the vocal to the side a bit, and it makes it sound much fuller, and it just sounds sick.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up. Bitch, I'm on my way, yeah, I'm rising to the top.
That's pretty much the main of the mix, and then let me show you what's on the master chain. So we've got the Slate Digital Virtual Tape Machine.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up.
There's a bit of lag there, but you get the picture. And then we've got another set of virtual mix rack, and this is just leveling out the whole thing. It's compressing it a little bit as well, and it's just adding some silky highs too.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox.
So it's only doing half a dB gain reduction. We've then got a limiter, and then we've got a loudness meter because I wanted it to hit -14 lufs. So yeah guys, that is the mix. It was a pretty simple mix, but we went back and forth on it because I really wanted this to do bits for Jimmy, because it is his first Spotify release single, and you know, you've got to get that, you know, you've got to get that professional sounding mix if you're going to be playing on the big leagues on Spotify and stuff. And you know, doing it on SoundCloud and stuff, there's that stigma of SoundCloud rapper that sometimes doesn't always come with a good sounding mix. But you know, when you put yourself on Spotify, Apple Music and the other streaming platforms, you know, you've just got to step your game up, and having someone like me mix it or another engineer is just a really good way of doing that. So let's hand it over to St. Jimmy, and then at the end we'll just play a little 30-second clip of the track. I know you've already heard a bit of the hook, but we'll play a little bit of it as well. And make sure you go and subscribe to St. Jimmy, his links are going to be in the description, and make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. Alright, let's hand it over to St. Jimmy.
Yo, what's happening people? It's your boy St. Jimmy here. This song's Bandsinmysocks. Just a song that was the continuation of that hard, fast, sort of go big and alive show type of sound that I've been putting in the previous year, but trying to reach more people by putting it on more readily available streaming platforms and shit like that. Also a massive shout out to BATTL BEATS for the mix and master on this one. I'm sure bro's annoyed with me for sending it back to him about 1,000,000 times. But if you're an up-and-coming artist, you got to be chasing that perfection, because the market's oversaturated at the moment. So don't be afraid to just settle on the first mix that you hear. Keep going, change little bits. If there's something you don't like, don't be afraid to say to your mix engineer, oh, I want to switch this around. Because at the end of the day, we got there in the end. BATTL smashed it. The song's now doing numbers that I ain't ever seen before, and it's only going up. So if you've been streaming that, big up yourselves. Thank you for getting involved. If you haven't, I'm sure BATTL's gonna put the song in the bio, so come get involved, come help me get them numbers up even more. Peace, it's your boy St. Jimmy. Easy.
Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up. Bitch, I'm on my way, yeah, I'm rising to the top. Always dropping heat, no, I will never stop. Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking for a come up. Bands in a shoebox, looking for a come up. Bitch, I'm on my way, yeah, I'm rising to the top. Always dropping heat, no, I will never stop. Bitches on my phone trying to link me up in Central. Moving through these blocks, I'll never chase a bitch. Fuck a skinny girl, might just snap her like a pencil. Rather call up Mizzy, yeah, we gotta hit a lick. Bands in my socks, yeah, I'm looking